Hey everyone, it's Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Polkadot. Polkadot's one of those coins that has done really well in this past 7 days. You can see a nice little increase overall from 749 up to about 765. Not a huge increase, but it's continuing that sideways slow uptrend to the positive in this last 7 days. If we look at the last month though, 949 down to $7.66. People are calling this coin dead. Is that the case? I'm going to cover that in today's video. I'm going to show you guys some of the big things that they're working on. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not believe this coin is dead. I think there's going to be big reasons to believe another rise could come, just like we saw here, up to $47.95 on 5/13/2021. We dropped actually farther down, though, later in July 19th, 2021 to 1098. But of course, there was a big recovery up in just 3-4 months. Up in November 2nd to 2021, $53.44, the all-time high for Polkadot. So there's been ups and downs in prior, months before this. However, we are in this bear market now. We realize this. It may be a little bit before we see a massive rise again. However, that's going to be great to see this last couple of months. If we take a look at the last 3 months, pretty much a sideways trend. We've had ups and downs, of course, like every coin, but a sideways trend is definitely a bullish thing to see in a bear market. As long as this coin is not continuing to trend down while other coins are trending sideways, this is something, like I said, we want to see. So it's good to see Polkadot at $8.5 billion market cap. I think we are going to continue to see Polkadot sideways trend. I think realistically, there is going to be some good things to see in the next bull run when it comes to Polkadot. So we'll cover some of the big details, some of the things you should know if you are invested in Polkadot or want to invest in Polkadot. So let's get straight into it. So here we have the first post. Polkadot is basically a meta platform for developing your own blockchain. The idea is there's no single solution to solve all problems, so it allows developing blockchains which can be specialized for some specific purposes. This is a full interview here by Bill Laboon on the Web3 Foundation. It's a great interview that talks a little bit more about the rank 10 market cap coin, Polkadot. It talks also what's on the roadmap for Polkadot and what makes Polkadot different. These are things that you as a investor in Polkadot should know. I'm not going to call, every single part of this interview out because you can easily listen to it on Apple, Spotify, and there's other options as well. But realistically, Polkadot's got a lot of good things coming, and you just have to kind of learn a little bit more about these to understand that there is probably a brighter future coming very soon. Just remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. When we talk about Polkadot, it's not just to kind of continue to push people into it. It's so that you understand what it is that Polkadot is offering, what it is that Polkadot is doing, and why it has such utility, and continuing to build on that utility in the last couple of months is exactly what they're doing there at the Polkadot Foundation, or sorry, Web3 Foundation. If we go over though and talk a little bit more about the mining syndicate. So this is actually something I wanted to kind of mention. The company is called Mining Syndicate, and they sell BTC miners and hosting packages around the world from their HQ in Dallas, Texas. They have a new software product still in beta that's called Split Shares that enables people to buy as little as 1% of the actual hashing miner for as little as $49. This brings the affordability of mining down 99%, and the power bill is automatically deducted from BTC payouts. So after buying 1+ shares, you're done. You just enter your BTC wallet address and receive payouts through their dashboard for the life of the miner, which is typically around 6 years, they say. So this is really cool. Mining Syndicate, if you want to learn more about it, I have links down in the description below so you guys can get involved. Right now, the market's looking good. It's seeing a nice sideways trend. Realistically, Polkadot could see huge gains. And I want to talk a little bit more about what they're doing so that we have a reason to understand why those gains are coming if they do. So last week, the Polkadot ecosystem was busy building, deploying, and growing. Check some of the latest announcements and news from the parachain teams and infrastructure providers in this week's Polkadot Roundup. So this Polkadot Roundup talks about some big things, and this was posted, by the way, just here recently at 10 a.m. this morning. We have Astar Network has opened new HRMP channels with Moonbeam Network. This basically allows for new ways to build on Polkadot, as devs can now access both Moonbeam's cross-connected apps and build multi-chain smart contracts on Astar. We also see the Moonbeam Network talking a little bit more about the Astar Network's token ASTR and how it can now be deposited on Moonbeam as XC ASTR and used across the Moonbeam DApp ecosystem. That's huge, as well as Moonbeam hits that 10 million transactions on the network, which is a huge milestone as well. So what else do we have? We have Origin Trail news. So the teleport batch 2 is now closed with the 10 million track destined now to the OT parachain altogether. And we have the Check a Tech AMA coming as well to learn a little bit more about Origin's DKG V6 mainnet. I'm not going to jump into all the different news because there is a lot in this kind of roundup, but there's a lot of great stuff coming, and you can just see the kind of excitement over this, like I said, this building cryptocurrency that we've seen over the last couple of years, continuing to build, continuing to thrive. So following the launch on September 1st, Rare Sama NFT has already hit 1 million GLMR in volume. So it's huge, showing that, Polkadot projects usually have some very big things going on around them. But that's just the quick parachain roundup, but Polkadot roundup for you guys. But I want to jump into the next thing. So that's on September 28th to 29th, which is obviously coming up. Polkadot is coming to Token 2049 in Singapore. So on September 28th and 29th, Polkadot is coming to Token 2049 in Singapore, which is a great way to actually talk with leading voices in crypto. I expect big things from this as well. Big connections, a lot of people learning a little bit more about Polkadot, what they're working on, what's going on in the background, the utility that they bring and provide to many, many people. I'm excited, but I want to jump into the actual price again because we have the chart. A lot of people have talked about how there's not much charting that goes on in Polkadot. It's because realistically, charting doesn't take place with utility coins because it does really come down to the developers and what they're building and the longevity of these coins. So Polkadot's one of those coins that, like I said, has huge potential long-term, but realistically short-term, it's not one of those you're going to be short-term trading from, let's say, $7 to $8 and back and forth. It's one of those coins that's going to have a steady sideways trend, ideally for the next couple of months, and then we have that blast off kind of moment during the next bull run. A lot of people excited waiting on that bull run. Polkadot may be a good choice to hold. Like I said, a very low risk, but also potentially high risk because we are in crypto. But just remember, a low risk when it comes to crypto just because of the high market cap at $8.5 billion. Definitely a coin I'm going to continue to stack. Definitely a coin I'm going to continue to look at on this channel. So if you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys all in the next one.